You mow my lawn?
Just what you think I'd be doing over here? You're not around, Marty. What's our problem? You and me.
No problem. I just don't ever want you mowing my lawn, all right? I like mowing my lawn.
Helps if you unmute. I'm really organised tonight, as you can see, because I kind of just decided to do this off the cuff at no notice. So, hello and thank you for attending. We're going to talk nonsense tonight. Ask me anything you like in the chat if you want. Yeah, let's just have a chat. What do you think about national service? Where the hell did that come from? He just pulls it. Did he just pull it out of his hat? Did he just go, oh, let's do national. Let's tell them we're going to start national service. Bob, I just cannot resist. He's straight in there. What?
Pete, this is your conscience speaking.
Oh, shut up. They wouldn't have heard you. Turn that reverb off.
I already have your ball bag. Good evening.
You just can't fucking see green cheese going by you, can you?
Well, I figured you wanted someone to talk to.
I don't care. I'll talk to anyone, you know me.
I figured I'd give you 30 minutes. 30 minutes of my extremely
30
precious
minutes.
time.
30 minutes. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, I turned up. I showed up. I thought I'd surprise you. I thought I'd do a nice thing. I didn't tell you I was coming.
It's lovely. It's lovely. You better duck and cover in case Amy comes in, though. She's after you. She's after your blood.
What, because of the bikini?
Mankini, yeah.
Oh, she's getting it.
Jeez. Do you think we could do it privately so as we don't get, blocked by all the platforms that we're on?
Well, what I can say is this. There will be a members only stream on the Real Review UK coming up very, 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 very soon. And by soon, I mean within the next 7 days. That will satisfy our dear Amy.
Yeah, cool. So there you go. You better put. Oh, you got another bottle. Where'd you get that? Did you go back to France?
I got 2.
I tell you what, mate. I'm suffering this week. I am so suffering, right?
Right.
Because the wife's been practicing the baking, so she's been baking all these cakes, and
you've been eating them.
No, it's not so much that I've been eating them, but testing them, right? Because she needs accurate feedback. And you can see, I mean, just look at me. You can see I am no stranger to cake, right?
No, of course. The thing is, I am a stranger to cake, and just fucking look at me.
Yes, but you are not a stranger to taking your sugar in liquid form. Anyway, I've been tasting the cake, and bloody hell, I feel like shit. I really do. It's too much sugar.
Well, do you know what? I'm just going to say something here, John, and you can push.
It.
No, you can push back against me if you'd like. But if you're starting if the wife's starting a new cake business, I think the worst thing you could do is go on the internet, say I've been eating their products and now I feel like shit.
Oh, no, but that's nothing to do with the products. That's to do with me and sugar. Because sugar's bad for you. Oh, pardon me.
But by the end of next
week, what I had
today? John will be a diabetic.
Yeah, probably. You know what I had? Well, what day's this? Sunday. So Friday, what did I have on Friday? I had Paradise Slice on Friday. On Saturday, I had... Oh, what did I have on Saturday? Brownie.
Mm-hmm.
And something else. I tried something else. What else did she make yesterday? Cupcakes or something like that?
don't know if you can see, but I've actually been busy catching the sun.
Yeah, so you have. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you in a minute if I could just finish what I'm saying.
Well, I was just answering Shalini in the chat, actually.
Well,
She
yeah,
asked.
but normally one waits until the other person stopped fucking talking.
Oh.
Anyway, so, and today I had old school cake and homemade custard.
Do you know what? For those who like cake, hit the like button. But otherwise, that actually sounds all pretty good, to be fair. And I bet at the time that you were imbibing those products, you enjoyed every one of them, didn't you?
Yeah, I did actually. I did.
You enjoyed them quite massively. You thought, these are very, very nice pieces of cake. Yeah, no. Shalini showed up yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. You pinged a picture of her.
Yeah, she showed up. Good old Shalini. She came down from London on the train just for a few hours. It was very nice.
Cool,
And we went
cool.
to the Eastbourne Carnival, which I didn't even know was happening, but we found something to do and it was totally free. And we videoed it, of course, and that's actually out on the other channel already. But yeah, we went to the Eastbourne Carnival, like Shalini says, went to see the carnival, and I more than caught the sun. I'm very burnt. I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but look,
you do look quite red.
Yeah, I mean the legs are even worse. I'll ping you I'll ping you a picture of the legs later.
Yeah, thanks. I'll put that in the bank.
Yeah, well, it's the best place for it. Yeah, it is the best place for it.
So he's beaming. He certainly is, isn't he? He's like a militia beacon. You could put him at the side of the road. Cars would stop. So how are you apart from that? You recovered from your escapades and
not fully.
Je ne sais quoi.
No, not fully. I mean, I'm on extra painkillers at the moment, but you know, other than that, you know, yeah, it was actually to do 2 weeks worth of basically constant content creation was a lot more mentally taxing than I thought it would be. Because you go somewhere to have fun, and that's what we did, but we never actually found ourselves taking the time out to go and enjoy the rides or enjoy the shows. We were busy working out what the next piece of content could be, where we could film it, how we could film it, what shots we were going to get, what scenes we were going to get, and it turned into not a holiday, but sort of just a content creation madness. And I didn't even capture everything I wanted to, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but time is what it is, and we ran out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. These things happen. But yeah. Well, I mean, you were away for 4 days, were you? Were you in the park for 3?
No, we was on the park for 4.
You were in the park for 4? Bloody hell.
We were away for 5 days. So we left on Sunday. We stayed in the hotel in the Ecklo, the one in which I really did think I was going to be SA'd or murdered.
Yeah.
That video is coming soon because I did shoot a video there. So, and then it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We were filming in the parks. But it wasn't just in the parks. We had to film a whole thing around the hotel and all of its grounds. And
yeah.
But I wanted to film in like the fitness center and the pool. They said I could, but I just did not feel comfortable doing so with like
filming
families and people.
Pool's dodgy as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to go. I went in at 7 a.m. one morning, hoping to be able to film the area empty because it opens at 7. It weren't empty.
Yeah.
So
anyway, yeah, John, that sounds good. What was I going to say? What did you make of? Did you see that thing about Kate might not appear this year now?
Yeah, but it's coming from where? Because I've seen.
Right. Okay. Now we can treat everything with a little bit of skepticism, right? And of course it's coming from sources close to the palace or whatever, right? Which is fine. But to be fair, sources close to the palace have been right since December. They've said, she's much worse, or she's more ill than has been let on, and she's she won't be able to do anything, and that's kind of seems to be what's happening. I've got a theory, right, and it's not a completely off the wall theory, right. I think something went wrong during that operation she had.
It
right?
sounds to me like that operation was.
Hold on, can I finish it? Right? Can I actually give you my theory, and then we can talk a little bit about it?
Well, my point I was making was trying to expand on what you were saying, but yes,
But
do
I
continue.
hadn't finished.
Yeah, but it was expanding on that certain point.
So my theory is something went wrong during that operation, and I think she's in a coma, and she hasn't woken up yet.
I hear what you're saying. I do. I hear what you're saying. I'm not sure I subscribe to that, but
yeah, that's fine.
I do definitely think that the operation that she had in December was clearly to remove some kind of tumor, in my opinion, because they nobody goes in for a routine operation on their abdomen, especially a member of the royal family, by choice in the week between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, nobody would do that.
I'd agree with you 100% on that one.
I mean, when it could have been what I had last July. It could have been an appendix and an emergency appendectomy or whatever they call it, and they found something else at the time. We don't know what happened, but my opinion is that she had a tumor removed, and then therefore she's got to have X amount of rounds of chemo. I think it's 3 to 6 rounds of chemo once you've had a tumor removed, just to make sure that it's all gone, and then there'll be recovery from that. That's what I think is going on, and she just doesn't want to share it with the public, which is, in my opinion, fine.
Yeah, that's okay. I can understand that, but even Charlie Boy's up and about now, and he's admitted to having cancer. What I think is that, and Cellini, I don't think she is dead. I don't think she's dead, because there's no benefit to covering that up. But I think she's in such a condition that they can't even show you a picture of her, because you'd all go.
Once again, I'm not sure I subscribe to that.
Why am I laughing? I don't mean to laugh. It's a nervous laugh. I'm worried for the poor girl.
Well, yeah, and I certainly see people's concern, but in the same breath, I also do wonder what business is any of this of ours, except for the fact that obviously there is that conflict of interest in which we literally pay for their lives. So we literally pay for their lifestyle, like everything.
And that's why it is our business, because.
But are they public property?
Yes, they are.
Oh
they're in the position they are in because of the sufferance of the public, right? Because if we really wanted to get rid of them, we could. Yeah, right. So I mean, other countries have done it. Other countries.
France! I'm learning your language.
Yeah, but other countries have got rid of their royal families.
Yeah.
Some other countries not that far away from us even ate their prime minister once. Just not looking at you, Rishi. I don't fancy an Indian. I'm quite full.
Jesus Christ, we're not even 15 minutes into this.
But yeah. So I think you're not entitled to that much privacy when you're a member of a royal family. You get too many benefits.
Yes, but I actually think the answer is simple. It's abolish the monarchy, but that's just me.
Yeah,
just humanely abolish the monarchy, and just tell Charlie Boy, look, if you want to continue to, get an income, there's Tesco down the road in Windsor.
Yeah,
Get scanning, boy.
And I think the same thing applies to these influencers and people that put themselves out there, like us to a degree, right? Because if you're gonna put yourself out there on the internet, you got to take what comes back at you.
Oh, absolutely. But in the same breath, I belong to nobody. And...
No, but the situation is slightly different. And I'm not saying that we are royals, because we are far from it. But people like, what's her name, Narinder Kaur, right, who goes out flashing her beaver at the paparazzi to get attention.
She was just trying to build a dam.
and then gets all upset when 17 years later or something, somebody finds it on the internet and uses it to discredit her, probably. But I mean, I'm not saying what Lawrence Fox did is right. In fact, it's almost certainly wrong. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that while she was a married lady, she went out with no knickers on and flashed her beaver at the paparazzi.
She also has an OnlyFans.
Well, there you go.
So she's flashed. Well, I think she's currently deactivated it, but we don't know what she was doing behind that paywall. But OnlyFans is, very much associated with that type of thing behind that paywall. And all I'm saying is,
well, you would know. You've got an OnlyFans.
My Lego figures have one.
Oh, right. Hold on. So during the night, your Lego figures woke up, borrowed your phone, and made an OnlyFans account.
But they've never posted on it. Never once have they posted on it.
Yeah,
those
but
sneaky little fuckers.
Sneaky.
Sneaky little bastards.
It's like me on Instagram. I've got an Instagram account, but I don't think I've ever posted on it. I don't think. I'm not sure.
Do you know,
I need to find out how to work it.
I keep seeing notifications on Chasing Descent Facebook. Never checked them, but apparently there's a bunch of notifications on there.
All the young people use Instagram.
And Facebook. Facebook's coming back.
Oh, jeez. I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can understand because Twitter's just, it's no use anymore.
No, but Facebook is one massive censorship pit, so...
Yeah, but so's Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. They all are.
Yes, but to a far bigger degree. I mean, I just before we move on to another topic, I want to give a quick shout out to Sonia Poulton, a friend of the show, because she has quit TNT Radio and she put out an hour-long video on her YouTube channel as to why she has quit TNT Radio, and I can see now why presenters left that platform in droves as they did, because strings were being pulled from behind the scenes. You can't talk about this, you can't have that guest on, you're just our little Pinocchio, you're not actually an independent journalist capable of free speech. That's what was going on over at there.
Yeah. The Donald the Duck's gay.
Look, Shalini, you saw them geese yesterday, didn't you? And them swans, them evil swans. I took her to a duck pond, and I swear to God, John, those ducks, and those swans were plotting to kill us.
Yeah,
they were staring us down.
You can't trust birds, and not only the non-feathered variety. You just can't trust birds at all because they're all evolved from dinosaurs, aren't they?
Yes, Narinda.
Yeah.
Right. National service. Then let's talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it.
Well. Let me say, I put out a tweet on this.
You mow my lawn?
Just what you think I'd be doing over here. You're not around.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, people?
I would hope so.
You should be able to hear us now. Yeah.
Did you have a Rishi video then?
No. I've just got a Rishi. I've just got a Rishi picture.
So I've got a theory on this, right?
A hypothesis or a theory?
Well, a hypothesis. Yeah, I have a hypothesis. And that hypothesis is that Rishi Sunak wants to do everything he can to ensure he's not re-elected.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Because he seems, he said, if you want the deportations to start, you've got to elect us because we won't be doing it until after we've been re-elected, didn't he? Really? That's what he said. Everything's ready to go, but we won't be doing it until after we've been re-elected.
And he wants to turn every 18-year-old into a literal legal slave.
Yeah.
Do you think that people who are currently young are going to vote for that? Do you think? I mean, you want to bring in national service? You've got to give it to everyone, even if they're over 18. That's the only fair way to do it.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's too late to do that.
Well,
you got to get them when they're coming out of school before they've got a job, surely.
Well, then on the other hand, Keir Starmer wants to give the vote to 16-year-olds.
Well, right. Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Because right now, and probably whilst Keir Starmer is in power, every child in this country must legally be in school. The vast majority of which are state-funded and controlled entities until the age of 18.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do in England. No. Yes, they do.
No, they don't. You're freaking having me on. Right?
They have to be in education in school until the age of 18.
Hold on. You're telling me that you can't leave school at 16 in England?
No.
I need a fact check. Someone in the troll room, I need a fact check because that sounds fucking mental. I've never heard such nonsense in my life.
That's absolutely true.
You've got to stay in education until you're 18.
You have to stay in education until you're 18. Mr. Jungle Griffin, Ben is correct. Right?
What?
Yes. So let me continue with my
hold on.
point.
Who the fuck did that happen? When did that happen?
It came in about 10 years ago.
So everybody in England has to go to school until they're 18?
Yes. Thanks to this continued coalition/Tory government that's been going on for the last...
I've never heard such nonsense.
Anyway, the point I'm making is this. So they're in state-funded, state-controlled, state-run institutions at the time that they will be given the vote, which means they will not be in a position where they've been able to form their own thoughts, opinions, and everything separate from that state-run and state-funded institution. So I think if you give the state the power to give the vote to people that are literally under their control at that point, that's a bad thing. That's just my opinion.
Right.
There you go. Adam says it was raised to 18 in 2015.
Right. Okay. Apart from that, right?
Well, I think it's a very big point.
Well, I don't think it is. I think we're back to this argument that we had. So if you're a 16-year-old and you've got a job, you can get a job when you're 16, 17, 18, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. You'll pay tax on it.
Yeah, but if anyone will give you a job.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that it may be more difficult if you've got to be in some kind of it. And apparently, I don't think it needs to be full-time education. It can be, there's things around that. But anyway, right? So if you have some kind of job and are paying tax, why shouldn't you have a say in who runs the country? You know? No taxation without representation. The other thing is, look, if you don't want people of 16 to vote, but you'll let them have sex, right? And you'll let them drive at 17.
Well, if they're disabled, they can actually drive at 16.
Right. So you will let them. Yeah. It's like the spastics drive when younger. That really works out well. Okay. Anyway.
He's just trying to get the channel down tonight.
So anyway. But let's just narrow this down a little bit. You have all these different things that you can and can't do at all these different ages. Can't we just homogenize it? Can't we just have one age? You know, at 18, you can vote, have sex, get married, drink, drive a car. If you want to make it one age, that's fine. Would that not make it more easier? Why do you have to have it staggered?
I'm going to disagree with you and say that maybe we could move everything else to 18, but we should actually move voting to 25.
Why?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because until the age of 25, people's brains are not fully formed.
Pish.
And not only that, people need to understand the way of the world around them properly before they can form a decision as to how they want it to be run. 16-year-old kids that are still communists being given, and that's what the education system does to them, let's face it. They have no idea how the world actually works outside of that education system that they've been going through.
But most 25-year-olds don't either.
They have far more of an idea than a 16-year-old. That much I can say.
A lot of that depends on where your 16-year-old comes from or where your 25-year-old comes from.
When I was living in a room above a chip shop by myself at age 16, just coming back from living under a pier. So
exactly. So why shouldn't you be able to vote at 16? Because you know how the world works. You know that it's a nasty and horrible place.
However,
and yet someone who's Hooray Henry and been living with his mummy and daddy, and they've paid for everything until he's 33. I don't know where that number came from, but they still don't know how the world works. You know? But mummy and daddy will get that. You put it on the credit card. Mummy and daddy paid for that.
On the balance of probability, the people are actually being like that compared to the other people that I'm talking about. The number is so infinitely small. Because let's face it, there aren't people in this country really, in great vast numbers able to afford to pay for absolutely everything for their children until they're 33 like it's nothing.
Yeah, okay.
So,
does it matter? Does it matter what the numbers are?
I have the chat.
Yeah, you may have the chat, but the troll room's the fucking troll room. I mean, they're not called that for nothing. But the problem is, it doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter here. This isn't a consensus that we're trying to build. This isn't climate science.
No, I just don't think that you should be able to decide the way, have a say and a place in the way that the country is run for everybody when you don't know what the world around you is really like. I think you have to experience it. You have to experience at least a little bit of real life before you can then actually know what you want going forward, what is good for you. Nobody knows what's really good for them until they go out and they experience it for themselves. You know this, John. You've built up successful businesses off the back of nothing and had it all
successful ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and had it all ripped away from you as well.
Yeah,
right?
I have.
You've been through things, and you've seen the way the world works, and you have a better view now. And I know you're much older, but the point of the matter is, you have a better view now on how things really are than you would have at 16 in school.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. You are right. But the same thing goes, though. No taxation without representation.
That much I agree with.
So
do not tax anyone until they're 25.
I would go further. I would say you can't vote until you're 40.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
And you shouldn't be taxed either until you're at least 40.
I also would not be opposed to that.
There we go. Bringing the country to rights.
I don't think giving 16-year-olds the ability to choose the way forward for the country when they know nothing about the country is a good idea. I really don't. I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I think you're right. Well done. You've convinced me.
Thank you.
Genuinely on this occasion.
Thank you.
No, you have opened my eyes. Well, you haven't opened my eyes, but yeah, you're right. I mean, obviously, I still hold to the no taxation without representation.
No, that much I agree with. I do agree with that.
So in
fact, no taxation. So taxation's fucking theft. Anyway.
Well, taxation is theft. Yes. So we've actually agreed with ourselves. Well done. Right. Okay. Right. What should we move on to? What about?
Hold on. Let's back it round to the thing that we were talking about. Finish off talking about national service, because Rishi Sunak, like I said, my opinion is he has no intention to impose national service upon anybody. He has every intention to lose in July.
So I was looking at the terms of this, and it wasn't so much that you had to do national service. You had to do a year in national service, or you had to do 12 weekends. Sorry,
Yes.
sorry. You had to do 12 months of every weekend in community service,
I think it's once a month.
or
every
once a month
weekend.
in community service. So is that working with criminals? You know, like people
Well, I was
that.
going to say that because isn't that actually a punishment for criminals?
Yeah, I believe so. Well,
Yeah.
is it a punishment or is it rehabilitation?
Well, it's certainly not. It's not
sorry,
rehabilitating anyone.
I tried to say that with a straight face.
You
and
tried. You did
I
try.
failed.
You did try. It was a good try. You know.
Yeah.
Before we do move on, though, I said you could have me for half an hour. I will grant you an extra 15 minutes.
Right, because you're enjoying yourself, actually, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, well, the thing is, I'm actually being right for once.
Yeah. Right. Are we moving on? Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I saw David Cameron jumping on the bandwagon as well.
David Cameron can get back to the farm and shut the fuck up.
I thought you were going to say shag a pig, but
no, I was trying not to get the channel banned.
Listen, I was watching Rocket Powered Mohawk last night. Oh my god, that guy really goes all in. I mean, you think we go all in? We're nowhere near it, mate. He goes all in. And he even uses the R word.
Shalini says, leave the pigs alone. It's not us that do anything.
It's not us. We don't touch the pigs. It's David Cameron.
No, allegedly. Allegedly.
I don't think there's any allegedly.
No,
I don't think there's any allegedly about it. I think he never denied it.
I'm not getting sued. Allegedly.
I
haven't.
Oh no, I know you're getting sued because I don't think he's not got a leg to stand on.
Maybe a trotter.
I laugh. Why doesn't see Shalini? She's a pain in the arse. She keeps going things like next.
Yeah, but look, I love her dearly.
Can I just finish? Can I finish? Right. So she should actually be the freaking producer. Then she could be going in your ear. Move on, John. Stop talking about shagging pigs. Couldn't she? And she's nearly always here as a moderator in the chat. I think you should be the producer, Shalini.
We can certainly have that conversation off screen. You've got 13 more minutes. Let's move on.
Right. Okay. So let me move on to Pink. Pink's not a happy girl.
Well, I didn't know that Pink's not a happy girl. Oh, they do look like brothers from another mother, don't they?
She's not a happy girl at all, if she's a girl. Anyway, thank you so much, says Pink. I just showed my 12-year-old daughter your post. I explained to her that I've never met you, I don't know you, and I have no idea why you would go out of your way to be hateful. It was a good lesson in ignorance. Thank you. I still don't know you. Congrats. You're no one. Oh.
Doesn't she do like a na 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 na? I'm going to start a fight. Yeah, I'm going to start a fight.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. You're no one. So because she's a celebrity, she's automatically better. Is that right? Is that right, Ben? Is that
I didn't hear a word you said. My earphones came out. And they're out again. Give me a sec. There you go.
Na 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 na.
I'm back.
I'm going to start a fight. Right. So the last line there, you're no one. Does that mean because she's a celebrity,
yes,
she's automatically better than anyone who isn't a celebrity?
That's certainly what she's implying with that.
Yeah, that's not very sporting.
No. And you know what, John?
Ben.
John, you're no one.
Yeah, I know.
That's because, Pink said you're no one.
It wasn't my post, but she's not a happy girl at all.
Do you know what? I couldn't give two shiny shites whether or not Pink is a happy girl. Right? She's got more money than I'll ever have. That's just the fact. If she wants to go sob into her $100 bill, she can feel free.
I mean, the thing is, she's made a whole career about looking really androgynous anyway.
Yes.
So,
Did you see that, Terminator Dark Fate? the androgynous hero running around with Sarah Connor. There seems to be a pop culture push on androgyny, doesn't there?
Yeah, there does. Yeah.
Yeah. And Pink is certainly a poster child for that, I would say. But Eddie Izzard and Pink do very much look alike. What I find, and I'm going to navigate this carefully to the point where, John, I don't even want you to respond to this. Okay, John,
Okay.
do this, right? What I find interesting is all of the mainstream news outlets actually referring to Eddie Izzard as she. Let's continue. Say nothing. Move on.
Ben nearly lost his load there.
Whoa! We got a live one here. Well, by the looks of it, we don't have a live one.
So it just it asks more questions than it answers.
Oh, for sure.
First of all, who the fuck is testing dolphins for bird flu?
Je suis en retard. Je suis en retard.
Yeah, I think they are late.
Yeah, to the retard, to the.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just mental. It's just, I don't have a lot of slides tonight, but the ones I've got are quite choice.
Look, they found this dead dolphin, right?
Yeah.
They took the swab. They took the swabby swab and they stuck it up its nose.
No, they stick it down its blowhole. That's a dolphin's nose. It's blowhole. You know, on the top of its head. Imagine getting swabbed in your blowhole. It's just nuts. You're right. You just imagine in your blowhole being swabbed. Breathe in through the nose, out through the ears. Right. So, in fact, let's just move on because I think there's not much more we can say about poor dolphin. Your garden waste is antisocial. Retired teacher, 66, slapped with police warning after her neighbour's drive was littered with leaves from trees in a park. Now, this is a Daily Mail, right? Or the Daily Fail, as some call it. Why would the police issue a warning when it's not a criminal offence?
Well, let's just break this down for a minute because
Go on.
Do you know the whole story? If you only got the headline?
I read some of it.
Because listen, your garden waste is antisocial. Retired teacher is slapped with police warning after her neighbour's drive was littered with leaves from trees in a park.
Yeah.
Okay, so what that's telling me is the woman holding the antisocial thing, the warning, started shouting and screaming at the neighbours because the leaves were on the drive.
No, she's the person with the warning.
Yeah, because she's gone up to the neighbours and said your garden waste is antisocial. Why would she have a warning if it didn't come from her tree and it wasn't in her garden?
Because her neighbours have said that the leaves came from her garden waste. When they didn't, they came from the trees that you can see beside the neighbour's house.
They came from the garden waste.
What?
They came from the garden waste, didn't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know these things. That's not
honestly,
funny.
they didn't come from those 16 big open bags of leaves.
Yeah.
Didn't come from there.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm bored with that one. I think I've probably got that one wrong. Let me tell you one thing. Among the asylum seekers, you have criminals who have escaped prisons. Now, this is the Nigerian ambassador, okay? And she's talking about Ireland. First, we tried as much as possible to counter some of the barefaced lies told by asylum seekers who wanted to curry favour. I like that. Curry favour. To attract the attention of the Irish people to enable them to remain there. The second thing we did was to go around many counties of Ireland to educate Nigerians, right, that one, they are not princes, two, they don't have a substantial amount of money to move to your bank account. No, to inform them that the more you disgraced yourself, the more the Irish themselves will look upon you as part and parcel of what you said you were running away from. And I think that's critical. I think that's a critical point here.
I agree.
What you said you were running away from.
Well, I agree, because let's face it, a large portion, and I can't give you a number, but I would say a large portion of the boat people are not asylum seekers. They are not asylum seekers. They are not running from anything. They are economic migrants, or as this person here says, escaped prisoners.
Indeed.
They're not. But where are all the women and children? Where are they? And then the minute one child actually does very sadly die, crossing one of these things, every camera in the world is on the body.
Yeah,
like it's some massive sideshow. It's sick.
That's sick.
They're sick. Sick people.
The thing is, I mean, you see this on a daily basis. You see these people coming ashore. You see these people being sometimes stopped in France.
I've got 12 hotels full of them. Not a woman and child in sight. Just over there.
Not very often, I'll admit, but you never see any women and children coming ashore. It's always men. It's always young men.
Literally on that street there are 12 hotels with these people in. 12. And there is not a woman or child in sight anytime you go past them. There's always contingents of people out the front of them on the steps. Never do you see a woman or a child. And this is just from daily observations. Personal. This is a personal anecdote.
I know. The whole thing's ridiculous.
I just, I call it as I see it. And the way that I see it is many of these people, asterisks, because I can't give you a number, are economic migrants, or like I said, as this person said, escaped prisoners. They are not looking for us. Well, they are looking for asylum because that's their way out, but they're not genuine asylum seekers. They're not.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, I know someone who's seeking something, but it doesn't appear to be asylum. And I mean, you've got to give this woman, who I shall expose in a second, kudos for her collecting ability.
Well, you've got 2 minutes, so.
Oh, you'll like it. You'll like it.
FBI raid at NSA employee's home reveals over 16 million penile pictures.
FBI agents have discovered an estimated 16 million pictures of men's genitalia, also known as dick pics, during a raid on an NSA employee's home this week. Your tax dollars at work, if you're an American. 16 million. How much storage does that need, Adam?
Well, I would imagine a hell of a lot of storage. I don't think. No, do not say that.
What were you going to say?
I can't. I just can't.
Okay. Do you want to go?
It
depends upon the resolution, says Adam.
Don't know if there would be time in her life
To go through that?
To go through 16 million.
No, they probably wouldn't. It's impressive, though.
And a lot of batteries required.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
In a completely unrelated matter, I think she might be suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome.
Well, I made Shalini laugh on my way out, so it's not that I want to go, John. It's that I have to go and put the children to bed. So
why are the children still up?
It's because it's half term.
Oh, good grief!
And it's bank holiday tomorrow.
Is it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it bank holiday up here?
I don't know. I don't live the other side of the wall. You do.
With the soulless ginger ones.
I was going to say the wildlings up there are a bit.
Yeah,
they're a bit
wild.
What is that? I just eat the Joe and the juice. What Vaughn?
It's just Vaughn being Vaughn. Just ignore him.
Yeah, I think he's lost it a bit.
Yeah, it's sad when dementia hits one so young.
It really is. It really is.
It's like going out with your Uncle Joe Biden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember when we took him to the pictures and he spent the whole movie sleeping?
Yeah, and do you know what? I've got him a cinema ticket for Deadpool 3 at midnight, a midnight screening.
Oh, you're taking him? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
He has the invite. However, I was going to say there's a reason only Shalini came down yesterday, because she needed to put Vaughn to bed and let him sleep.
You know, night shift takes years off your life.
Well, like I say, apparently he does when he's on nights. He will sleep. You have been warned. Yeah, we know. Yeah, what you mean when he's at the cinema?
Yeah, of course he will.
Well, he'll have to. I've told him to sleep in the daytime before he comes down. Sleep in the daytime, right? Because then he can go straight from the cinema to his B&B and have another little sleep. And
look, he'll sleep. He'll get on the train. He'll sleep. He'll get off the train. He'll go to his B&B. He'll have a nap. I mean, for fuck's sake, they had a nap when we were out on a session.
Yeah, but
I tried to get them to come out for food with me, and they were having well, I believe they were having a nap.
Listen.
Yeah.
He spent £100 on snacks on that after, and that was one of the cheapest things that was purchased.
No, there wasn't a meet-up, Harold. Well, if there was a meet-up, I wasn't told about it.
There wasn't one. There wasn't one. It was a friend coming to see a friend.
Yeah.
And it was very nice afternoon. Apparently
Right.
we'll get chucked out the cinema of his snoring. And on that note, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My trip to Thorpe Park tomorrow has been cancelled.
Oh, why come?
Because Hyperion, the UK's tallest and fastest operating roller coaster in the UK, operated for just 12 hours before it broke. And by broke, I mean it hasn't broken down. They just need someone to fix it. They've said it will not open again until at least Wednesday, meaning I have determined, because they haven't actually said what's wrong with it, but they've had a bunch of engineers on the lift hill. Okay. So I have determined the lift hill is broken. They need a part, and Wednesday will be the earliest Mack Rides in Germany can ship that part.
Oh, right, okay.
That's my determination. That something on the lift hill is fucked, and they need to wait for someone from Mack Rides to deliver a part that they need. But it doesn't bode well that after just 12 hours of straight operation to the public, this has happened.
No, it doesn't.
Does not bode well at all. So me and Natalie and Lisa will have to reschedule our trip to Thorpe Park to a time when it's open, because I'm not making a 4-hour round trip just to not be able to ride it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Simply.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's Thorpe Park, is it not, near London?
Yes, Chertsey in Surrey.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about 2 hours each way for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 4-hour round trip. So, unfortunately, that's cancelled, which means we may throw together an episode of the Monday Mock, or I don't know yet. we will discuss it in the morning because it is bank holiday tomorrow. I didn't have my grandmother today, so we are having her tomorrow. So I don't know. It's as simple as that. So anyway,
Okay.
I am off.
Right.
So John, if you'd like to continue chatting shite, feel free.
Yeah, well, I might chat shite for a minute or two.
And boys and girls, don't forget, if you like the show, give it a like. If you want to support us further, you can do so at Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing descent, patreon.com/chasing descent. But just click the like button, click the share button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Where the fuck is Kate? And good night.
Good night. Right, people of the world, if there anything you would like to ask, is there anything you'd like me to discuss? I watched the Grand Prix today, the Monaco Grand Prix, which was probably one of the most boring races I've ever seen, and that says a lot because this is Formula One, which generally does tend to be a little boring. But yeah, the first six, seven, definitely the first 6, 7, yeah, the first 7, maybe even the first 8 finished in the order that they started in. That's how good it was. So yeah, so it was pretty poor. I wasn't impressed, although it was nice to see the Monegasque himself, the singular brain-celled Charles Leclerc, pardon me, win the thing. And it was a right tear fest on the podium. Prince Albert of Monaco was crying. Princess Charlene was crying. Charles Leclerc was crying. They were all crying, hugging each other. I've never seen a royal hug a driver before as well. And he was, but because this is the first time a Monaco resident has won the Monaco Grand Prix, I believe. And Prince Albert was actually spraying champagne. He was so excited. So it was quite touching from that point of view. Charlie Boy, on his cooling down lap, told the team that none of them were going home and they were all coming out to celebrate, and that Jimmy's was ready. Now, Jimmy's is a nightclub in Monaco, and if you want to reserve a table, if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. But if you want to reserve a table in the DJ zone in Jimmy's, that comes with a Jeroboam of champagne. That's that huge bottle, and 2 non-alcoholic bottles. That will cost you a cool €13,000. So if Charles is taking the whole team out to Jimmy's, he is going to have one hell of a bar bill come the morning. So there you go. Anything else? Yeah, 13k. The cheapest table, I think, is an outside table that comes with a bottle of champagne and one non-alcoholic bottle. That is $3,000, 3,000. So there you go. Monaco's not cheap. Although, in some respects, it's not that dear, because Ben was saying that a pint of lager or something was €9 in Disney, and you can buy a pint of lager in Monaco for €9. So there you go. Right. Anything else we want to talk about? The Monaco Grand Prix was quite exciting from the point of view of that it started in lap 1 and finished by the end of the first half lap, because Kevin Magnussen again decided he was going to go for a gap that wasn't there and turned Sergio Perez's car into a bathtub. I've never seen so many wheels knocked off a car in so short a time. But everybody was okay, shaken, not stirred. But managed to put both him and his teammate and Perez out of the Grand Prix, so that was good. And then Ocon in the Alpine tried to overtake his teammate and ended up flying through the air. So that didn't go down well with the team either. So there you go. That was about that for the first lap. Oh, and Carlos Sainz managed to try and overtake Piastri and got a puncture. But luckily, because of the massive crash that Magnussen caused, everything was reset and they started all over again. So, and then it just finished the way it started. So pretty boring from that point of view. Yeah, that's well, we've done nearly an hour. Yeah, thanks, Robin. Yeah, let's call it. Let's call it. And hey, you know what, people? As always, if anything, it's been great for you. Oh God, I missed my cue. And as always, it's been great for you.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.